So Patrick, we cannot hear you.
Hello,
well.
hello.
Hey, here you are. So
Yes.
the floor is yours to introduce.
Yes, first of all, my name is Patrick. I'm a director of Tanzania Conservation Voice. Therefore, we are based in conservation in non-governmental organization in Tanzania. We have this idea of AgriHackhaton based on the nature issues, that is based on agriculture, that's from the farm up to the flocks, where we can have to figure out how agriculture can be more beneficial for the economical issue also, whereby the agriculture can be working like a framework that's to tackle the climate issue, and it can be more productivity with the use and for the future generation based on the technology solutions. Okay, Domenico, I think so that is a very short introduction so that we can go on, so I can see what is all about it.
Okay, thank you very much. As I said, as Patrick said, the idea is to create this AgriHackhaton to create, connect, and collaborate. In October, we will launch the initiative, and we are calling also for teams and groups that want to be engaged in develop ideas in some challenges like mechanization farming, precision agriculture, supply chain, logistic, post-harvest, waste to wealth, and women in agriculture. And I will stop a little bit this on women in agriculture because, as I said, the guest of the webinar of today is like a super strong woman that is doing a great job also with her organization in Kenya, properly related to agriculture, but not only. I will let explain better. And here we have Pauline Owiti. So thank you for joining, Pauline. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Domenico. So I'm Pauline Owiti, and I'm from Siaya County, that is in Western Kenya. I'm with an organization called the Poly Foundation. So at the Poly Foundation, we train the community on best practices of sustainable organic farming as well as agroforestry. So we are basically focusing on small-scale farmers. So why we chose organic farming is because most of the people around have like reduced crop yield, which have been brought about by nutrient depletion as well as loss of soil biodiversity. So non-regenerative farming practices have been causing these problems. So that's why we are looking for a way we can help them increase soil fertility as well as bring back the soil nutrient level. So right now at the Poly Foundation, regarding agriculture, we have two major projects. One is called Biofarm. So Biofarm, which is focusing on ecosystem restoration. We are using like producing biopesticides and then also organic manure. So the biopesticides, we train the farmers how to generally make these biopesticides as well as make their organic manure to reduce the cost of the agrochemicals that they buy. So as well as you realize, most of the people that come from rural areas don't really have that money to buy the agrochemicals, because at this rate, the prices are hiking and everything is hiking. So we are also producing a gadget. We are making this gadget called Toximeter. So Toximeter, with the Toximeter, we aim to establish the confidence level of a fresh farm produce. like the safety of using fresh farm produce to ensure that you are taking in chemical-free farm produce when you go to the market. So that will help most of the people not use chemical-oriented like produce. So basically, women play a central role and a critical role in AgriHackhaton, particularly in Africa. So you find that around 62% of them are involved in farming. So, and this farming, women do the bulk of work, whether it be it in production, be it in processing, and also our market. So the whole chain have a larger percentage of women. So we will say that women are in the forefront of agriculture, but there's a sector that within the same agriculture, they are not there. When it comes to like shaping research agendas, women are less, and setting priorities or decision-making and leadership when it comes to like agricultural research and development. So they are really underrepresented. You'll find that you can get a percentage less than 22% in such research institutes. And then, oh, that's not my question. Oh, I'll answer that later. So basically, this means that women are underrepresented everywhere. So we need to start working on broadening like our focus so that we can leverage like opportunities for women to start getting into such positions as they are the producers, because we realize that in the value chain, there are so many, so they should be part of the decision making. One of the things that I've really interacted with when it comes to like agriculture is that the how would I call it? Like the yield generally, currently, the yield of the agricultural production in most cases is going down, as well as like the culturally based that people have these small portions of land around. So the yield has really reduced. Then we have been hit by climate change issues. People really don't know what to do with the climate change issue. So this one really interlinked with agriculture. I was thinking of like trying to ensure that we have capacity building within the agricultural sector, or we will call them trainings. In just layman language, we'll just say that we need trainings for the local people that are being involved in agricultural sector. So this training will help them like learn different agronomic practices, or just help them to know how to access extension services that are related to agriculture. And then one of the characteristics of the agriculture that most of us really practice is that we are using the traditional agriculture, where the tools that we are using are not really those tools that are attractive. So recently we were in a webinar and we were talking about like why agriculture is not that really attractive to the young people. And people are like, why would I go to plow from morning to evening? Then I know very well I will get less produce. And that was coming from a young person. So the person was feeling that generally agriculture is not attractive to him. At the same time, it's labor intensive. So maybe if we try to incorporate agriculture that is more innovative, that can really tackle like, that can reduce labor, we come up with the technological innovations that can reduce labor and make it very fast, as well as reducing yield. And then another thing So another thing that always work with agriculture is, when we talk about the concept of agriculture in Africa, is the food security issue. So when we say food security, is like most of the nations around are food insecure, being that currently we have like climate change issues affecting us. So the food security issue has gone up. We don't have like, we are food insecure. So basically this is because of the current changing climate conditions, as well as you realize that most of the people are small scale farmers, and small scale farmers are always characterized by a lack of knowledge when it comes to agricultural practices. So they don't even follow the better agronomic practices that will be required while trying to yield. But when I talk about agriculture, basically it doesn't only mean crop. Agriculture can also be in livestock. Agriculture can also be in fisheries. So we have three different like parts of agriculture, but me, I'm dealing with the crop part. That's why I'm mentioning agronomy that much. So what can we do to ensure that we have we involve women in the agriculture? We really involve women in the agricultural sector. So one is by ensuring that we empower them, and after empowering, that means they'll get the knowledge, as well as try to teach them about these innovative solutions that will make their work easy, so that they can also get other time to do other things within the households. So there are different critical steps that us or our leaders could take to find solutions to different problems in the agricultural sector. So first, what we can do is prioritize agriculture as an economic and security agenda. In most of the economies, really, agriculture is not that much of a priority, because like basically where I come from, right now, agriculture is not a priority. The other sectors like politics, industrialization, those are the priorities. But what if we prioritize agriculture? So prioritizing agriculture will mean that also having like these legislations that favor farmers, or legislations that favor agricultural produce in general, and trying to reduce taxes when it comes to the inputs, when it comes to like tools that are used in agriculture. Also trying to make agriculture profitable. Making agriculture profitable in a sense that most of us only indulge on rain-fed agriculture. So with rain-fed agriculture, you see that people plant in seasons. So when people plant in season, that means production will be at once. Everybody will produce all the food stuff at once. So that all those food stuff produced will hit the market at the same time. So there will be too much food waste, and people will not, farmers will not get that much profit. So how do we make it profitable? We make it profitable by trying to like sensitize people on things like value addition. So if they know that they can value add their produce and like keep them either in silos or somewhere that they can last for long, and then they hit market in different ways. So there will be no much loss during that period. So we should also have policy alignment. So the policies that are produced in agricultural sector should be aligned with the implementations, and also accountability. Ensure that when the government is doing its budget or budgeting, yearly budget, they concentrate on agriculture and allocate agriculture a good amount of money. Yeah, and back to you, Domenico.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pauline, for your overview on the activity that you're doing on the field. I think that what we want to provide with this cycle of webinar that we started is properly these, we can say, case studies and also experiences on sustainable agriculture, because this is what we want to achieve also in requesting for solution and finding innovative ways. So congratulations to Pauline for the work that they are doing, and also for the importance on stressing the fact that sometimes agriculture is not completely considered in the proper manner, and inside that women are not properly considered in the proper manner. And so we need to change this. We need to find innovation in this. So I will now open the floor eventually if there are questions. I have one for you, Pauline, but I will reserve after. I want to first the participant make some questions, also eventually if they want to share their experience and so on. There is one question just for Crisabel. Yeah, please, Crisabel, if you want to speak out.
Yeah, actually, I had texted the question on the chat. Then she wasn't sure if it has or it wasn't. So yes, it was her question. I'm also based in Kenya, and if I was asking if her organization or foundation is open for membership for that women program.
To you, Pauline.
Yeah, I just sent her the email. I hope you find it. So you'll send your request through that email, then we'll confirm.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know if there are other questions. I will make one in the meanwhile, maybe that you are thinking. Oh, there is Samson. Samson, please, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Domenico, for inviting me to this great platform. First of all, I want to congratulate Pauline for the great work that she's doing over there. And I would like maybe to say that this is a very good project that is going to change the entire Africa based on the project and also the needs that we have in the agricultural sector. Sorry for the platform. I'm Samson Oluoch. I'm also based in Kenya, Homa Bay County. I'm the executive director of Bridges of Hope Swaliga Foundation. I'm an agriculturalist, and I'm doing what we call holistic agriculture. I do not focus agriculture at one level. We do it holistically. We are doing both crop and the cash crop and everything, the animal, what have you, because I realized in Africa, most of people, maybe they can focus on horticulture. And then if you look at other parts of the country or the other parts of Africa, people are not coming from different environmental or climate that is the same. Right now, maybe just to put us on a question, right now, I'm based in Homa Bay, but we are doing a partnership across Kenya and also Uganda. We have 2 people in Uganda, we have 2 people in Congo, and we have also 2 people in Nigeria. What we are doing is that we are coming up with a policy that are going to be admitted by the states so that they can allow us to promote agribusiness. One of the approach that I did is that the first thing that I was doing, we are training youths on smart climate agriculture and agribusiness global exchange, because most people, they hate agriculture because they are saying at the end of the day, where am I going to take my products? And I want to tell the platform that today we have a system that after our produce, we can export it directly to global countries where we have connections. So I was maybe asking the platform, what are other measures do we have that can bring us together so that what Pauline is doing in Bondo and what Patrick is doing in Tanzania can become one in one partnership so that we are able to produce, to train, to equip, empower the women and the youths so that at the end of the day, when they are in agriculture, they can do something that will be felt globally. That will be my question to this great platform.
So I will respond a little bit to that, then maybe Pauline and also Patrick, if you want to add something. So I take the chance to invite all of you that are interested to follow up this part of the AgriHackhaton that we started today, to leave in the chat your contacts, your email. We will add to the mailing list for the next initiatives. Actually, as I say, the hackathon will be in the middle of October. And in the meanwhile, we are performing a series of webinars to prepare, to get like ready with the knowledge base for addressing the challenges. So for all the ones that are interested to be connected on that, please leave the email. And also, if you want to partner with the initiative, we want to be official partner of the initiative, please leave the email. And I will also leave my email so you can contact us and eventually propose to be partner of the initiative. Anyway, actually, inside the AgriHackhaton, but not only, we are trying to develop forms to collect ideas and share experiences. These are very important because experience sharing and the knowledge sharing is the way to make the change sometimes, no? For example, now Pauline is based in Kenya. She's like talking about her practices, her experience, and for example, some other colleagues that now are not in another country can listen and can foster the idea, and this or can improve their idea, standing on what Pauline is saying. And this is, I think, the first step to make the change, the knowledge sharing. After, it's important to have a common place where to connect. For example, we were working with Patrick eventually to have a common chat for support the participants and support the interested colleagues that want to follow up with this work. If you are, as I say, if you are sending the contacts on the chat, we will get connected and we will create the chat, and also we will communicate the next steps of the initiative. I will give the floor to Patrick if he wants to add something, and also Pauline if you have some points on that. But yeah, Patrick, you.
Hello. Thank you so much, Domenico, for this kind of opportunity. That I would like to share. Anyone who would like to share with us and to join with us is almost welcome, so that we can come out with this great idea that persuades all over the world, so that we can make it to be more clear for everybody who wish to join with us in any organization and any kind of the platform, so that we can do it more great, this AgriHackhaton, to be more innovative in agriculture and to make sure that we are going to save the world toward the food security issue and the climate issues. Thank you so much, Dominic. I don't have a lot of says.
Thank you. Pauline.
So basically what I've seen other people do before that have been that much successful is having like one platform or one area where all people from different countries or states come together. And then in that platform, they can exchange ideas, come up with policy papers that are directed to their respective governments, or do all sorts of communication with that within that one sector. So that one platform. So we can also do the same. That can help us grow. That can help us multiply initiatives in different sections. Or yeah, I think that will also work in this case.
Great, thank you, Pauline and Patrick. I will open again the floor for questions if someone want to also share some experience from here or her side. I saw that are also other wonderful colleagues that are doing great in agriculture and that are women. I don't know if also you want to share the experience of your country, of your county or your area. So the floor is to you. We have still like 10 minutes for the call, and so we can take this time to bring the conversation and continue the discussion. For the ones that have been connected a little bit later, I will share again my screen in the meanwhile for explaining a little bit the initiative. So we will be all on the same page. Just one moment. Okay, so just to recap, today is the first webinar of the cycle of the AgriHackhaton preparatory webinars. The AgriHackhaton is an initiative that has been designed by the Climate Social Forum and Tanzania Conservation Voices in order to like make an event for bring and create innovative solutions on agriculture. I don't know if you are familiar with the hackathon. An hackathon is a moment, an event in which teams are gathered by participants that are coming from different parts of the world, of the countries, and so on, gather together in teams, in working teams, and in few times, like, I don't know, 1 day, 2 days, they are brainstorming, they are developing pitches and ideas regarding some challenges. For the challenges that we want to propose, they are based on the create, connect, collaborate framework and mindset. And these are the challenges that we want to ask the participant to go into. Mechanization of farming, precision agriculture and IoT, supply chain and agricultural logistics, post-harvesting and food technology, waste to wealth and green energy in agriculture, and as we said, women in agriculture. So how to innovate also in women in agriculture. That's the topic of today. Every webinar we will address a new topic, and you are very welcome to follow up on that. Thank you also, Samson, for sharing the amazing work that you are doing with Bridges of Hope. Okay. If there are no questions on these, I will just remind that the webinar has been recorded and will be available on the YouTube channel of the Climate Social Forum. And so you can eventually review and you can listen again the talk of Pauline and eventually spread with colleagues. Just as I said, kindly put your contact into the chat for the follow-ups and for give the notice of the next webinar. And thank again for the participation and see you on the next webinar. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Domenico, and all the teams.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Pauline. Bye to all.